Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your motherfucking boy. I ain't gotta say no names, right? But I am anyway. It's your boy Bubba, and I'm about to rant right quick. Yo, what's good? I'm about to head out and go have some coffee with a friend. I haven't drank coffee in a long time because y'all know I work graveyard, so I don't really need the coffee. But I haven't had coffee in a bit, and a friend wanted to hang out and catch up, and so I was like, okay, I'll come have some coffee before I go do a little quick pump workout for tonight's, party, because I gotta have those gains in there. You know what I'm saying? Gotta look pumpalicious, Anyway, but I want to rant about something. I don't know if I should call it a rant. Maybe we'll just call it a rant with Bubba, maybe, because it sort of is a rant. So I had a conversation with a friend last night about how black gay men, or just black brown boys in general, how we have to maneuver in the bear community. So I don't know where I'm heading with this, but like, I would say I realized very quickly that as a black gay man, bear style, bear body type, that this community was not built with me in mind. It was not, like it was not. Yeah, the bear community was built around body positivity, I guess, and not wanting to be the mainstream gay community, right? But nobody talks about race ever when it comes to this. And I get it, race is personal, and it's a very sensitive fucking subject, especially when you don't understand things. Because I realize, having a lot of white friends in this community, like, they do not understand a lot of things that come along with race. I had a post the other day about buck breaking, and people never heard about buck breaking ever. And they don't have to deal with this, so I don't slight them for not knowing what buck breaking is. But like, at the same time, white people don't have to do the work to understand. No, I don't want to say they don't have to do the work. Some of them are unwilling to do the work, and I'm not even wanting them to do the work to understand my, life as a black person maneuvering through spaces that are predominantly white, I guess. And some people will say that's even problematic by me saying that, because somebody will say, well, why are you navigating through these spaces that are white? Why are you complaining? You can change your environment. You can do these things. I don't want to move from Portland. I love this place. I grew up here. I'm a Portland native. I love it here. I don't want to move. I don't want to go anywhere else. I want to live here, and I want to die here. That's really what it is. But I would love to see other places that is predominantly black, aka, Black Hollywood, Atlanta, Georgia. But anyways, where was I at? Because I fucking just messed up my head by doing that sidebar conversation. But the bear community wasn't just about body positivity. It was also about masculinity, and kind of diverting away from the mainstream gay. You had to be feminine or twinkish or drag, whatever it is, right? And I'm talking about past tense. I'm not talking about right now. Past tense. A lot of that shit made people feel like, oh, I don't fit in. I don't have a community. I don't have, where's the type of guy that I'm attracted to sexually? Like, do I have to be like this to be gay? Like, and so a subculture was started for people that look like that and that mirror that, you know what I'm saying? And so this is why you have the bear community. But race still does matter, because when you think about who is desired and who is, objectified in a way, I mean, not desired, but fetishized, you'll see what most brown folks in this community are talking about. Like, it is one of the things that I've realized a lot of the time, that I am not desired, I'm just consumed. I'm not wanted, I am consumed. I am tolerated, and sometimes get tokenized. Well, I don't allow myself to get tokenized, but I'm saying, like, you can easily get tokenized in this community by certain groups of people because you're black. You know, I would say this, and I'm probably fucked up to say, but I feel like as a black gay man maneuvering through this community, the bear community, you're either one, you're you're wanted because you got a nice dick. Two, you're going to be ignored in totality unless you have muscles or you got money. Literally the only way. And I've realized that shit. You know, it's actually kind of sad that it's like that, but it really is like that. And I think you could talk to almost any black bear in this community, they somewhat feel that way. Besides the ones who allow themselves to be tokenized because they want to fit in with the type that they find themselves attracted to. I'm spitting like a motherfucker. But a lot of the times that's what it is. A lot of black bears who don't have the same sentiments as other black bears when it comes to maneuvering this community, a lot of the times they have access and privilege, and that's why they will never ever say, oh, I feel this way, I've experienced this, I've experienced some type of racism within this community. They will never say they have, because they have the access and privilege to the type of guys that they find themselves attracted to. And so they don't want to fuck up what they got going on. So, yeah, I just, like, it sucks. And it is what it is, but it is what it is. And at the end of the day, it's like, what do you do? Like, and I know some people are probably listening to this and they're like, you always talking about the racism in the bear community, but you don't got no black friends, and you don't do this, and you don't do that. I know that's what's happening right now. I know some of y'all who are probably watching this and listening are probably like, oh, you don't set examples by going to black places and black events. And it's like, whoo, I got hella black friends. Now I sound like a fucking right-wing grifter when I said that. But y'all know what I mean. Like, there's a lot of people who try that shit with me. Like, oh, you don't got friends. You don't do this. You don't do that. You don't go nowhere. You don't do this. Like, it's one of the things that just burns my motherfucking ass. It really fucking does. Because I'm like, bitch, you got me fucked up. Like, you really got me fucked up. I think one of the things that I had to do was I had to learn how to, you know, find my tribe. I think I have a group of black friends, or not even just black friends, but I have a group of friends who I can lean on to have conversation with. Friends who have understanding of my life and how I maneuver through the world in general, not just as a black man, but just as a man too, and as a gay man. All three, a black gay man. Like, they understand it, and so, you know, they have some type of way to have empathy and sympathy for me. And how they can support me and show up is so important. And I think it's so important for us to learn how we can show up for our friends in general when it comes to stuff like that. I think it's just something that, because I know a lot of people don't know how to, and I'm not saying just walk up to any black person and be like, hey, how am I supposed to support you, and how am I supposed to show up for you as a person of color in this community, you know? Not saying you have to learn how to show up for people like that, because you don't want to tokenize your friends of color. But it's just something that I really have taken into consideration when it comes to dealing with people, is just trying to learn yourself how to show up for them without tokenizing them, because even me as a black person can tokenize people. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Especially any disabled person, women, you know, trans folks. Like, you can tokenize people. You can, as a person of color, you can tokenize people. But anyways, because I'm jumping off on a different tangent, and I don't want to throw y'all off. I finally made it here. He's parked. I'm gonna text my friend and see where he's at, and then I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up because y'all know that gets me out there in the algorithm. I really do love you guys. I know I have not posted a podcast just yet. And I know, like, some of y'all gonna chew my ass because I have not posted the podcast. I've been so fucking busy. Like, I have this big thing coming up, and I'm gonna tell you guys on the podcast what I have coming up. Where, yeah, let's just say I have something to tell y'all when y'all see the podcast next week. Okay, so I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.